Hey everyone, Matt aka Thanatos here, and I figure since it's my last day in Baltimore, I head out tomorrow, that I would do a little comic book haul. Um, since I've been here, I've been here a little bit over a week now. Uh, Man, there are a lot of comic book shops here, which I talked about in my last video. Um, and I tried to hit most of them. Trying to go into the city, I kind of avoided it because the traffic is crazy. So on the outskirts, I probably hit up 5 or 6 comic book shops. Does suck because a lot of them were packing up for Baltimore Comic Con this weekend, which I will be missing, and I'm very disappointed about that. Um, so a lot of like the wall books and stuff. I actually was hoping to find some nice keys that I wanted to pick up, like some nice wall books. Go home with a little trophy, but that didn't exactly happen. So I just went through a bunch of boxes and just picked up some stuff. Picked up some new issues this Wednesday. Um, there are a lot of really cool shops here. If you're in the Baltimore area, you are lucky because you have so many choices. Whether you want comic book shops like the Twilight Zone or Shazam or Universal, any of those that have just back issues for days. I mean, that's really cool. And then if you're more into collecting new comics and variants and all that, Third Eye Comics was one of the biggest comic book shops and more pop culture oriented than any I've ever seen in my life. But they were really cool. The Comics to Astonish was really was more so centered on trade paperbacks and all that, but they did have a huge selection of new comics and all the other ones as well that I listed earlier. They all have their wonderful walls of Wednesday books and prior weeks. So regardless, congratulations on having a huge selection of places to go to pick up comic books and to go hunting, because that was really fun. And I usually don't. Like, I felt really uncomfortable going through all these long boxes. I guess I've become so familiar with buying things on eBay that I'm really good at hunting things on eBay, and I didn't even know where to start walking into some of these places. And it was, I think Fudd's Rabbit Hole had probably 30 or 40 long boxes out to browse through. And I mean, they were all listed alphabetically, everything was nice and organized, but good God, I had no idea where to start. So I kind of just hopped around. So I don't know how you guys find your bit, your gems, your diamonds in the rough. I'm sure it happens because or going through all that stuff can just be a pain, and I'm sure people miss things. So, but obviously for me, I'm just out of practice. So anyway, I spent a little too long just rambling on. So this, out of all the stores I went to, this is what I picked up, and I'm sure you guys are sick of me showing you Green Lantern comics. So if you are, I'm so sorry, but most of these are probably going to be Green Lantern comics. So let me split this up. I'll just go one at a time. That might make it easier. That way I'm not bending the crap out of these. First up, I picked up a cover B of the new Samurai Jack Quantum Jack. I believe it's going to be a five issue series, and seems kind of crazy. Samurai Jack is the leader of a bike gang or something, and he was hit with a quantum ray, so now he can travel through alternate dimensions or alternate realities. All right, I'll do it. Samurai Jack with a sci-fi spin. I'll read that. That's a true story. Ooh, something just happened on eBay. Next up, Batman: The Red Death, the metal tie-in. My subscription at home should have the other tie-ins and other books, but I wanted to pick up this just because it is such a nice cover, and I'm not too sure if my comic book shop is going to pull this for me. But the difference, like, it actually looks better out of the poly bag when you have the foil cover just out in the open. It looks awesome. This is a beautiful cover, and I am excited to read it. If you haven't read the Metal series, pick it up. It's awesome. And here we go with the Green Lantern. I'm a big Sinestro fan. If you haven't, if you're on the Slab Life and stuff, I'll post a picture of my tattoo, but I have a Sinestro tattoo on my leg because he is my man. And look at that smug White Lantern look he's got. It says, you were expecting someone else? I love this cover. Picked up a Green Lantern #1 from the pre-Parallax days before Hal Jordan decided to kill everybody. Picked up a Sinestro #20. This is a Neil Adams variant cover, which I thought was really cool. I actually really like the way he draws Sinestro. I thought that was pretty awesome. Picked up Green Lantern #1. I was actually kind of surprised I found this in a bin or in a box. This is the Greg Capullo variant cover, the sketch cover, which you don't see too often. But I really like the way he drew him, kind of very evil. And then I might as well finish it off with the last Sinestro comic. I picked up the Sinestro #1, the Green Lantern. These are like the lenticular covers. I think I have one at home, but I don't know if I read it or not. But I have heard that these issues are the easy. They're not easy, but getting a 9.9 from CGC or CBCS is pretty easy with these because of how sturdy the boards are. And I mean, these are pretty perfect. So I figured, why not? I'll give it a shot. Maybe I probably won't have it graded. I don't know. Probably not worth it. But I picked it up anyway. And then this actually was on the wall. I'm not too sure how worthy it is of being up there. But I also picked up the Batman 23.1, the Joker #1. And if you haven't seen this without the cover off, it is one of the coolest covers out of all of these weird lenticular villain covers that they did. The Joker looks awesome. Obviously, the Joker's Daughter one is probably is the most popular of them and the hardest to find now. But this one is super nice, and it's got this like a really cool 3D effect. You can't. It looks. These are just like the foil covers. They look a lot cooler when you have the poly, like the poly bag, or I don't know if it might actually look probably look really cool on Mylar. And this picked up for $4. I'm a big Turok fan, you guys know that, so I saw it. It was the only one in there in one of the bins, so I grabbed it for $4. Why not? Turok, Son of Stone, #64 or 67, I think, by Gold Key, one of the later issues. And now I have to find out a way to get these home. How to put them in my bag. I'll figure that out tonight. Maybe I'll have to like just bag the crap out of them. I did buy a key issue while I was here. However, it was on the CGC forums, and I haven't gotten it yet, obviously. So when I get back, hopefully it'll arrive eventually, and I'll post it for you guys. I got a couple issues back at home that I haven't done a haul video from those, so that'll be up and coming. But this will be my last Baltimore video. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you haven't already, don't forget, sign up for theslablife.com, where all of us nerds get to come together and talk about the new Punisher trailer, which has just come out, or Lara Croft trailer. Just come and nerd out with us. And that's it. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later.